Ray Mabry, coming to you live here in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I got none other than Claude Diamond from California. We're on Skype. We're going to be doing a live interview. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. So, guys, make sure you share this broadcast. Make sure you heart it up. And make sure you show Claude some support. So, without further ado, Claude, are you there?
I am there. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing today?
I'm doing great. We're having a lot of fun here. I am talking to people, all my clients all over the world today. Just having fun, doing deals, talking to nice people. Here in sunny California, I did my run this morning. I did my swim. I love California.
I hear you. So let's go ahead and get into it, Claude. You've been in the business for 30 plus years. Can you kind of go ahead and give us a little brief intro for those that may not know who Claude Diamond is?
Oh, Claude Diamond is a recovering attorney who was born and raised in New York City. You know what I'm talking about here. My parents wanted to improve my elocution, so we moved to New Jersey. And I went to college, business school. I went to law school here in California. I had a corporate job, which I did not like. I used to commute and sit in the car for hours all day long. And then I got real estate fever. I read some books by some different gurus and stuff. And I went out and started doing deals. And I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And I was very fortunate. I didn't have a lot of money to work with because I probably would have lost it. And I met this one gentleman, my mentor, Max. I've written a couple books about him. The man was one of those unique individuals. He could pick up the phone and do a deal in one phone call and make more money in one call. He was a gifted salesman. He was probably the greatest salesperson I ever met. He'd make more money in one call than I'd make in a whole year in corporate America, driving a car in traffic and spilling coffee between my legs and not having fun. It was a job. So he was my teacher. He taught me how to give good phone, like the sign says, how to talk to people, how to speak to them. And we loaded up, my wife and I loaded up the truck, moved to Beverly here in California. And all I do is full-time real estate. I do sales training. I mentor people in business. Life is good. We live very well. We're debt-free. Mortgage-free, kids' college is paid for. I still love this business. I'll never stop working on it until it's just too much fun, and it's the greatest business in the world. Sorry for that long speech there.
Oh, no problem. I tell you, man, I'm super impressed with you. I got a chance to hang out with you in Vegas, so I really thank you for coming with Daniel and myself. And what I want to ask you next is, you say you're debt-free and you've been in this business so long. What drives you? What motivates you to keep getting up every day and doing real estate?
Were you ever broke in your life, Ray? I was.
Oh, yeah.
I remember a lot of times that I didn't have two nickels to rub together. I was broke. I remember being up at night, and I got into real estate, and it gave me freedom. I can't say it. I'm a guy who loves to work from home. I love to solve people's problems in creative real estate. And it gave me the freedom to live life the way I wanted to make the money. And I'm not talking Lamborghinis and stuff, but I wanted to be my own man. I wanted to be free. I wanted to enjoy. Life is so short, man. I just wanted to enjoy it. And I wanted to remove the money thing in my life. And real estate was the solution for me.
Okay.
Great. It's all about the freedom to live life the way you want to live, to raise your kids the way you want, to pay your bills, and to just enjoy life by your standards.
Right. And so you mentioned something about creative real estate. Can you kind of dive a little deeper as to what exactly is it that you specialize here in real estate?
I specialize in. I learned from my mentor Max that the tenants are smarter than the owners of properties. He said, look, you buy a property, you got to go to the bank, you got to apply a loan, you got to put 10-20% down, you got to fix up the property, you got to pay taxes, insurance, principal, interest, homeowner fees, maintenance, all kinds of things, HOA fees. He said, what is the tenant? The tenant can just move in the property. The courts protect the tenant. All the tenant has to do is put first month and last month or 1 month down. They move in, they get possession. They get to use the property, enjoy it, abuse it in some extent. And he said, you know what? I learned a long time ago. I want to be a tenant, a smart tenant, not a landlord, and not a guy with a lot of debt. And I don't want to be a maintenance man or a bill collector or an attorney, even though I went to law school. He said, I got in this business because I want to make money and I want to have fun with it. And this was the philosophy I embraced about control without liability and ownership. And that's what lease purchasing allowed me to do, to negotiate like an investor, but finance like a renter, first and last down, to control a property that somebody else had liability and all that money invested. If the hot water heater breaks, the owner has to fix it. But if I, as the tenant, can control the property and a little bit more, maybe an option, a way to purchase it in the future, and then take that property and rent it to other people or rent it with an option or sell it or assign it or wholesale it. I have all this marvelous control and I make money up front, money every month, money at the end of the deal, money on renewals. I can sell the property. If the market goes down like it did 2008, I can either renegotiate or give it back to the owner. So I became a smart tenant and I had no competition. And I still really don't have much competition in this business because it's kind of a niche, a strategy in creative real estate.
Right. And I'm glad you also brought that up too, because I myself, I'm a wholesaler, so I deal mainly with cash buyers and stuff, but I'm definitely looking to transition and have this creative financing part of my tool belt. I see a lot of comments coming through to Claude with some of your students that's on live, and they have nothing but great things to say about how you're the man and you're a great mentor and stuff.
People are very nice. People are very nice.
But can you talk about a little more about what made you decide to get into the coaching and the mentoring side of the business?
Yeah, my wife always heard me on the phone giving advice to people, and she came up. We just celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary the other day, by the way. I married my high school girlfriend. Believe it or not, and she's got a really great name, Claudia. And but the thing about it is, Claudia heard me on the phone, and she said the words I'll ever remember. She said schmuck, which is a New York City term of endearment, because she heard me giving away a lot of free information, and I'm very big about teaching people one-on-one, not having them run to the back of the room and buy a lot of books and stuff like that that have no meaning to them. What I like to do is work one-on-one the same way my mentor worked with me. I wouldn't be here today, Ray. If it wasn't for my mentor and my wife, I'd be cleaning a Slurpee machine somewhere. Okay?
Yeah.
Truth be told. So I'm real big on the mentoring concept. And after Claudia, told me not to be a schmuck and start maybe training people and working with them, I developed a real estate training business. I train very large corporations now in sales and in social media marketing and creative real estate also.
Okay.
And I do it all on Skype or FaceTime. I have clients all over the world. I just got off the phone with somebody in Mexico City. Yesterday was Australia Day. I talk to wonderful people every day for usually 15 to 30 minutes. And we role play and stuff. And my job is to teach them all the stupid things I did so they avoid them. And also teach them the smart things that help me to create a multi-million-dollar business and lifestyle that we love. We live half the year in San Diego here. We live half the year on top of the mountain in Colorado. We have another half of the year in Pinehurst, North Carolina, and another half of the year in Hawaii. Those are 4 halves, I think.
Four quarters.
Yeah, 4 quarters.
Yeah, exactly.
You can.
Right, so it's funny you said that though about being more hands-on as far as mentorship, because a lot of things is going around now when people talk about automating and outsourcing and stuff. So can you kind of talk about why you don't do that? Why you work directly with your clients versus having a sales team to do the fulfillment?
Well, this is a little subjective. I'm the bad boy out there. I don't think you can delegate you have to have a yeah. I take the responsibility. I take people's money to teach them. I take that responsibility very high. I don't think I can delegate that to somebody who's a virtual assistant or an ex-real estate agent who never made more than $20,000 a year. I think there's a responsibility to give people good phone and to teach them one-on-one in an accountable way. And surprisingly, there's not many people who do it my way. They all want to automate things and streamline them and disassociate themselves with the people who want to succeed in real estate. So my business model is to be highly accountable, to answer my phone, to schedule meetings, to be live on Skype with my clients, to record the session, and to give them the hand-holding and the support they need, just like I had. And I'm very fortunate. I've made a lot of great friends over 30 years with people, a lot of and I have a lot of success stories. They're all on my YouTube channel. I have about 390 videos now on YouTube, and a lot of them are with my students, and anybody can reach out and talk to any of my clients. I'm an open book.
Right. Okay. And so the next question, Claude, and I really appreciate the time. We're going to ask you a few more questions, and we're going to open up.
Oh, we got plenty of time. Don't worry.
Okay. Great. So the next question is, let's say you're talking to someone that just went brand new, never done a deal before. Can you kind of go through the steps as to what you would probably share with that person to get started in the real estate industry?
Well, it's a great question. The first thing I would do is there's three things that you really need to succeed, and three things that I focus in on. The first thing is the strategies. Okay, you got to have a foundation of knowledge. Like you build a house, you got to have a strong foundation. That foundation starts with basically having some strategies. If you like to do things with your hand and you want to be a rehabber, that's fine. Maybe you want to be a wholesaler. You're good at finding deals and getting them under contract and selling them. I like lease purchasing or options. That's fine. We can do that many ways: sandwich leasing, assigning, arbitrage. So first thing is product knowledge. I have a lot of books and audio and video information on that. The second thing is that you have to have a marketing plan. You have to have people to speak to: buyers, sellers, investors. And you have to have some marketing plan. And here's really where I think we differentiate from many, all of the competition I think is out there. They're still talking about mailers and postcards and signs and things like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the ROI is kind of on the low side, in my opinion.
Right.
And I've had people come to me from other gurus and stuff who've spent thousands, tens of thousands of dollars on this, a lot of the old school marketing and automation and things like that. And they didn't get enough leads. So we specialize in teaching people how to use social media. There's a reason why so many people are staring at their phone for Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Pinterest and Snapchat and all these things that are out there. And we in the real estate community are not utilizing this media. And here's the best part, Ray, it's free. So that's number two that I teach people: how to market for leads and have barely zero cost by putting out content so that people call you. We call it virtual attraction marketing. The prospects actually come into your world and contact you. My biggest problem, Ray, and it's a good problem, is getting back to all these people every day. And I do personally get back to, I have an assistant also, truth be told, but everybody we get back to everybody. Number three, if I was teaching somebody, I would teach them sales. I am nuts. I am passionate. I've written several books. I gave away all my books to the folks in Las Vegas there. The Mentor teaches the Guts Sales Method, how to sell with guts. To me, we have lost the skill of persuasion and influence. We have lost a way. We can have all the knowledge from all the gurus, including yours truly. We can have all the leads, whether it's old school mailers and yellow letters and postcards and stuff like that, or and we could have quality leads. But if we cannot monetize and convert those leads into sales, knowing how to speak to people without sounding like we're reading a script or we're selling used cars on a lot.
Right.
We have lost the power of persuasion. And out of the three, knowledge, of strategies, marketing, or sales? I know you know the answer. Which do you think is the most important and I spend the most time with?
Sales.
Sales, man. Sales is the $1,000,000 skill, because you could learn the strategies while you're doing this. You could go to the University of Fake It Until You'll Make It, my alma mater. You could find leads. Leads aren't that hard to find out there in different areas. I could give you the best leads in the world, but if you couldn't monetize or sell, what's the point? Right. It is going to be sales. And I talk to people all day long. I'm 10, 15, 20 people minimum a day that I speak to. I tell my students, you have to speak to 5 new prospects a day, buyers, sellers, and investors. You've got to speak to people and ask questions and not give presentations, not ask for the order. Don't read a script, and find out, is this someone you can do business with today? I'm all about today. So these are the 3 things that when I work with somebody on a one-on-one basis, these are the 3 things that I focus in on, with particular emphasis on sales, marketing, and then knowledge, product knowledge, strategies, and knowledge.
Wow. Thank you very much for that, guys. I hope you're taking notes, and I hope you make sure you go back and listen to the replay, because Paul, he just gave you the formula. He just gave you the formula to create massive success in real estate. When it comes to sales, do you mind sharing with us just one of your techniques that you kind of teach your students, if you don't mind, about sales?
Yeah. Well, GUTS stands for Great Unorthodox, Untraditional Techniques of Sales and Success. And what I learned from Max is he wouldn't give presentations and do the dog and pony show, sizzle and steak, and all that old school stuff. He talked to people in a way. He got people to relax, to be informative. He felt that the prospect should be, this is important, the prospect should become the salesperson. And so by being a master of psychology and also a pretty darn good actor, what we do is we ask, I go to people and I'll say basically, I might go in the opposite direction. Mr. Mabry, why are you selling this beautiful home? Why don't you stay in it a little while longer? Why is it even on the market, sir? And then you might start explaining to me, well, we have to sell it. We're moving, job transfer. I'm getting all this good information because I'm asking questions with stroking and nurturing and empathy. I'm not giving you a presentation. I'm being like your doctor, Ray. I'm saying, Ray, why'd you come into my doctor's office today, man? Where's it hurt?
Right.
And you'll start telling me, and hopefully you'll share information because you trust me. I'm your professional. And so what we do is we learn, it's 3 steps in GUTS. And that's agenda, qualification, commitment, closing what we want to do is get people to relax, share information, and see us as someone they like and hopefully someone they trust. So we learn to ask questions with stroking, nurturing, and empathy, so that we get the information so we can make a determination, hey, do we do a lease purchase or maybe there's nothing there. I never go to a property, Ray, unless I'm going to pick up a check or a contract. I do all my work on the phone. Right. In many cases, I get people to then go on Skype or FaceTime so we can have an eyeball-to-eyeball talk. Mm-hmm. And I just ask questions, and when I get enough emotional triggers from that person, I'll say, well, Mr. Mabry, if I could help you sell your home in the next 30 days and get you the top sales price and maybe save you a real estate commission, and get somebody, some good folks in the home who might be able to buy it in a year. They just need a little time to save up a down payment or correct some credit deficiencies, and they'll take care of the maintenance. They'll pay you scrupulously on time. We could put this together right now, sir, and move your property very quickly. I don't suppose you'd be interested in that, would you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Boom. And I get a lot of yeses, a lot of interest, a lot of inquiry. I have a lot of really good, comfortable adult-to-adult conversations with people. Mm-hmm. Instead of that, I'll think about it, Jazz. I'm going to talk to my spouse, send me this, send me that, and call me in a couple weeks. I don't deal with that stuff because I believe in the 11th commandment. Moses dropped one on the way down. You know what that is, don't you?
What's that?
11th commandment says you can still get into heaven by treating a salesman like shit.
I don't know about that. Oh, okay. But look, I hear you, man.
I hope the kids aren't listening. I apologize.
A lot of times people are afraid of rejection. They're afraid of, the seller.
They're right to be afraid, man. You don't go into the lion's den, do you?
Not exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
how do you overcome that?
You don't. First of all, you don't allow them to reject you. You are Dr. Mabry. The patient doesn't reject the doctor. The patient respects the doctor. Here, pick up the phone. Say hello. Let's do one of my famous role plays here.
Okay.
Say hello.
Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Mabry?
Yeah.
Is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7?
Yes, it is.
You got a problem, sir.
What's going on?
Big problem, man.
What's happening?
You're trying to sell your house, and I saw it's back on the expired listings in the MLS again. How come such a beautiful home is still on the market, sir?
Well, man, we just can't get our price for it.
That's ridiculous. That is absurd. Can I ask you? My name's Claude Diamond. I help people solve their problems in real estate. Why are you selling? Is this your home, sir? If you don't mind me asking.
Yes, it is.
Oh, and you're living in it still, or you moved already?
No. Well, yeah, we're in the process of moving out now.
Why are you leaving such a beautiful home? We hate to see you go from the community.
Yeah, just kind of downsizing.
You're downsizing? Is that something? Is there any rush? You can take your sweet time, right? 6, 7 months, no problem.
No, ideally, we need to go and get rid of it so we won't have 2 mortgages.
Oh, you already bought another home.
Yes, sir.
I had a friend did the same thing. He thought the house was going to be sold and it was in escrow, and then it fell out. But meanwhile, they bought another house and they had 2 mortgages. And can you imagine the financial stress on that family?
No, I can't.
It was horrible. They went bankrupt, and it put a strain on the marriage. And I'm not even going to tell you the story. It's so sad. I don't want to see that happen to you, sir. Would it be worth us talking for about another 15 minutes face-to-face on Skype or FaceTime? I think I have a few ideas how to help you solve your problem and move your house in the next 30 days. It's okay to say no to me if you're not comfortable with this, but I think I can help you.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely interested in hearing what you got to say.
Okay. See? It ain't so hard.
No, it's not.
It's not. Where's the rejection here? You can reject me.
Exactly.
Go ahead. Reject me.
No, man, I'm really not interested in what you got to talk about, what you got to say.
No, I respect that, sir. So even if I could get you the top sales price and help you to move your house in the next 30 to 60 days, it wouldn't be worth us sitting down for 15 minutes, would it?
Well, now, you can give me my price. Yeah, I'll sit down and talk with you.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, you can give me my price. Yeah, I'll sit down and talk with you.
See, it's okay. Give me you'll talk to your lovely wife.
Well, yeah, man, I don't know, man. I got to talk to my wife about it first.
Let me talk to that's a good point. I've been married 30 years. Hey, honey, is it okay to sell the Mabrys solution so they can get out of their house and make some money and live happily? My wife said it's okay. You better check with yours.
Yeah, she's at work. I had to talk with her. Let me call you back.
Tell me you want to think about it.
Let me think about it.
You're not allowed to, sir.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you know what? When people tell me to think about it, I think they're just worried about my feelings. And you know what? That's not what's important here. It's what's important for you and your family. So why don't we just say it's over? We're done. And that's okay. I want you to do what's right for you.
Okay.
So we're done. Is that okay?
No, well, I want to hear what you got to say.
No, we're done. When people say I'll think about it, it's really over. So even if I could help you get into a house, and put a plan so your rent money goes to your purchase price, and that you have the opportunity to buy the home in the next 24 months, it wouldn't be worth us sitting down and having a cup of coffee or a pizza or something, right?
Look, Claude, you make me feel like I'm trying to sell my house, man. You better calm down, man. Yeah, I get your point, though. I get your point.
See, I don't get the rejection,
right,
on this because I'm in control. I know how to do redirection, and I know how to turn this around. I'll even fire you before you fire me. When I get to fire you, I don't get rejection. I'll say, hey, that's over, Ray. Let's just say it's done. Let's not worry about my feelings. We're done, man. I'll take off my salesman hat. I get to fire the prospect. I'm the only guy in the world that I know of who teaches salespeople that you cannot sell everybody. Some people don't have the money, don't have the need, don't have the authority or the character to give a commitment. Let's just fire. Let's just say, hey, folks, it's over. I'm going to take my ball and go home.
That's true. That's true, man. Look, and listen, guys, I hope you heard what he said. I'm telling you, he made me feel like I was about to sell my house here in North Carolina. But one other question, then we're going to open it up for Q&A, guys. So make sure you get your questions ready.
Okay, I've got 5 minutes here. Uh-oh.
I got you. Won't be too long. if you had to do it all over again, Claude, knowing what you know now, what would be step one for you to start all over?
I think I would have found a mentor much, much sooner. But when I say mentor, I don't mean a guru who's just going to take your money and hand you off to some third party or bog you down in a lot of books and tapes. I mean someone who's going to talk to you, be accountable, teach you how to honestly do this business and how to go to the bank in 30 days. I would have found my max, my mentor, a lot sooner. And I'm a guy who believes in education. I've gone to college, I've gone to law school, but none of those institutions taught me, they didn't teach me how to make money. I want to hang around with people who are making money, and you know who they are, who are doing it honestly, and who are doing it and who are accountable to you, and the magic will always happen.
Okay, great, great. I love it. Carl, we got 1 or 2 questions.
Okay.
We got 5 minutes. Okay, so guys, go ahead and ask your questions. How do you deal with people still? Okay, so somebody asked, how do you deal with people that still owe money on their house? Which I think you covered that.
You know, we provide multiple solutions. You remember the multiple choice in school? Didn't we love that? I hated the fill-in. I love multiple choice.
Right.
Okay. You give people who have an existing mortgage, you say a couple different ways we can work this way, Mr. Seller. We can, I can take over your mortgage subject to the existing mortgage for 12, 24 months. We can do a lease purchase on the property. You can let me rent your property with an option to purchase. I can consult with you and give you some ideas and a marketing plan so that you can sell your house. There's many different things we can do here. Would it be worth us sitting down for 15 minutes or going on Skype to figure out something, sir?
Gotcha.
See, all I want to do, I want to set up meetings with people, but I don't want to get in my car and drive all over the place. I just want to talk to a lot of good people and be Dr. Claude and show them that there's many different ways to solve real estate problems. There's more than one way.
All right, one last question. I know you got to go. Somebody asked about your formula. Do you use a formula for lease purchase and option whenever you go and lock the property up on the contract? Do you have a formula you use?
Buy low, sell high.
Buy low, sell high.
It goes back. I have a rule number 1, and you know this one. We talked about it in Vegas. I am in business to make money today, get a contract today, or get out today. Okay, I don't believe in tomorrow. I don't believe tomorrow never comes, or you're always chasing people on voicemail, or they thought about it and you can't get hold of them. I'm all about, my formula is to market heavily with social media, have tons of leads where people are calling me or I'm following up and getting back to them, to make offers every day with letters of intent. God, I wish we had more time. I make offers every day to people, and I use video. I use iJot video, email. I make a lot of offers. I speak to a lot of people, and I have conversations with them, and I treat them the way I want to be treated. I don't act like a goofy sales guy who wants to take advantage of them. I don't mind. People don't mind me making a profit if I can remove their pain and problems.
Right. How can somebody get in contact with you, Claude? I know you got to go.
I don't know. I never answer my phone. You know how it is. Anybody can go, just type in Claude Diamond. In Google Claude Diamond, and I'm all over the place. I would suggest people either go to claudediamond.com or go to YouTube and type in Claude Diamond. I've got close to 400 videos there. They're all free. I have a newsletter on my webpage for free. Anything I can do, you can even schedule a free training session with me on my webpage, claudediamond.com.
Oh, awesome. Well, look, guys, that's our time for today. Claude's been gracious with his time, and so I really appreciate the questions. I appreciate the comments, and more importantly, I appreciate your time. So let's go out here. Let's make it a great day, and until next time, peace.
Let me hear a yo-yo-yo, though.
Yo-yo-yo.
All right. That's the way I want to go. Thank you, Ray.
Hey, look, Claude, man, I do appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. I don't need to see me now.
Yeah, there you are.
Super proud to be able to call you a friend and stuff, man. If
you
need anything, let me know. And we try to do something there in Florida. I don't know if you can make it down to Fort Lauderdale or not.
Let me know. Do you have a date?
First weekend in June, so I think the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, something like that.
Okay, if you can, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of June.
Yeah, it's the first weekend. I don't know the exact date. It's the first weekend.
I've got to be in Pinehurst on in June. oh God, when was it? June 13th or 14th. So I might be able to do that and then fly up to North Carolina. Can you send me the specifics?
Sure, we'll do that.
That'll be great. Yeah, I'd love to come if I can. I just need to know the exact dates.
Sure. All right, Claude. Thank you, man.
Be good. Thank you for the interview.
All right, later, buddy.
Take care.